Hello, James here. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna play a video about myself. I'm gonna tell you what the recent incident happened with me in this video. Tell you about this young lady, and I'll let it
Everything's
play
going
out.
great. Everything's going fine. And we've been right for about a month. Oh, sorry about that. I want to get no copyright strike. Um, Thinking in this bathroom. I want to, man, this thing just keep going crazy. Anyway, yeah. One thing about it, I found out it's real. It's no catfish. She's not no person that you know how when you when you meet somebody they ask you for money or they uh they ask you for money or they doing somebody uses someone's photo and it's really not the person. Well, that in the case with her, it was not the case. Um, she's a divorced woman. She has a child. Um, she's a divorced woman. She has a child. Her child.
I'm gonna interject right here, guys. I want to confess that I think I made a clinical error on when I made this video, and I'm gonna tell you the backdrop of the story. And it happens to somebody once in a while. What I there's and should be a lesson. This can go for a lesson for men, and it can and maybe some women can learn from this too when they're looking for someone who they meet. Where you do internet meeting from a social site. This is what happened. I correspond with a young woman. She met me on TikTok. And I didn't think much about it. So I'm just thinking to myself, well, okay, I'm taking with a grain of salt. And what really got my attention, because not only that I thought she is a pretty woman, but what really got my attention because she had the Bible in the background. Yes, so that's the only reason why I responded to the woman. So she played the church part, and I'm thinking to myself, cool, Then this conversation started from there. It started from, okay, you got a family up here in Ohio. She lives in Florida, somewhere around Orlando, Florida. So I'm thinking to myself that she's legit because I got family. In fact, I got family in Cleveland. I got most of my family and friends are in Cleveland, Ohio. I got family in Youngstown, but I'm thinking to myself that she's legit. So, long story short, we start corresponding back and forth, going back and forth, going back. So she works at this. She says she works for this construction company that's in Florida, and okay, I think she says she's like a supervisor, and it's a well-known company down there that does not only they do construction material, they do communication material. It's called Mastech. So Mastech Construction. So I said, okay, that's cool. And she drives like 60 minutes to work every day. Well, the first incident happened. She had a blowout of a tire. So she sent me the pictures that it was legit, that her car was her. It was a car. It was her car being worked on. So I said, okay, and you know, when something like that happened, you know, something can happen in the middle of the night. So, hey, you know, you can get a flat tire in the middle of the night. You know, you know, she's a female, she's a woman, she's come back from work. So I said, well, what you want me to do? And she said, can you send me through some kind of link where it's like Bitcoin, where you, and I'm like, and then you know, similar to Cash App. So I said, well, the only thing I can do is Cash App. And for some strange reason, Cash App didn't get down through her. Something, this must have been a sign from God. And she sent me this account. The guy have Cash App. It's just tow truck happened to have a thing that received Cash App, but it was like a bit like you know how they trade the wallet thing with the Bitcoin, and so I'm not, you know, I'm not really I'm somewhat familiar with it, but I don't really work to them. It's like, I can't understand, why don't you just take a Western Union? I'll send you the money and go for Western Union. She makes this excuse up like, oh, well, I don't have a bank account. You know, and she trying to explain this away like, what you mean you don't have a bank account? You work. You don't have a bank account, and I'm saying for bankruptcy. This is, so I was like, well, if you go to Western Union, you don't need a bank account. All you gotta do is show your ID. So, you know, so I said, okay. But for some reason she didn't get the money. Somehow she was able to get a friend of hers down there, not too far from Florida, to help get her the tire to get back home. Okay, that's the incident. So the Cash App didn't go through. The one scenario, second scenario, her grandma gets sick. Okay, so she sent me a picture of her grandma, and I don't know. She sent me a picture of her grandma, and I felt, you know, and there's an elderly woman laying in bed that is bedridden, and she claimed this is the woman that lived in Cleveland. I get a hold of her and said, see, maybe my sister can help. She said, okay, well, let me see if I can see the address and she get back with you. She never got back with me. The next day, you know, she mentioned nothing about what the grandma was okay for sister to get through. But she wanted to play. She was about to board a plane ticket to come from Florida to Cleveland, and she needed about $100-something. I said, I don't really have the funds for that. Mind you, she got a job. It's like, man, she got a job. She tells me that she needs to get to Florida, need to get up here to because her grandmother's dying. Because she, and then, you know, I thought that, and I said, what about your mom? Then she didn't tell me that her mother, you know, her mother don't live with her grandmother, and her grandmother lives in Buffalo, New York. It took about a month for her to tell me that. For some reason, I don't know what's with the mysterious thing about her, and her mother isn't on her, but it was her dad, but her grandmother raised her, and she showed me a picture of her son. He was a teenager, and they lived somewhere on the western side of Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, this is what she tells me. So I don't have it like that, but maybe I can get someone, maybe I can get my friend or maybe a family member to send you something. And so finally I told her I was able to get it. That's scenario number 2. This is what did happen from from March, barely halfway through March into April. Then another situation. comes up. She has her menstrual cycle. So she's telling me, and which I don't understand. She showed me a bag of medication. Then she showed me that her menstrual, and which I didn't need to see to prove that you had a menstrual cycle. I didn't need to see that. Then so she gets the medication, but she said that she need $116. I mean, this is within not even within a couple weeks from her wanting to get a ticket to come up to see her grandmother in Cleveland, Ohio, from Orlando, Florida. So this is some crap, guys. Well, let me give you a backstory of how this happened. I was on TikTok and I'm just sitting there, like most people do. You taking videos, because if you see people and they want to befriend you and say, hey, they follow you, blah blah blah, then you might shoot some little conversation with them, joke about the videos, and so she just said, hey, she happened to pop and say, hey, happened to catch my profile on TikTok, and I said, yeah, I got families up in Cleveland. Well, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Well, that's a coincidence because hey, but she said she was raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and so I think much of it because like I'm from my got family up in Cleveland, Ohio. So this woman, man, she did a number on me, bro, and luckily, but the good thing about it, I didn't get taken. I didn't get taken for no money. And the whole time, one time she asked me for something to send her some money. Now this is the latest thing that they doing, guys. These women, this is women in America. This ain't women doing this overseas. This ain't women doing it in like from Africa to Central America. You got women in America doing this. These women come to us some because they maybe I'm a certain type of guy. Probably don't look like I have a lot of women, or look like the women would be attracted to me, so they feel like they can probably boost up my ego. I don't know what this stuff going on. I have a nice face, but they start out within a couple weeks of saying that they want to be your friend. Next thing you know, here they come. They're trying to emulate that they want to be your girlfriend. Oh, the whole time, and within 3 to 4 weeks, something pop up. Hey, I think I need some money. I barely even know you. I barely even know. I'm not giving you no. I don't even know you. I need money. I had a chick that do this to me on Facebook. She's a very attractive female. She's a white female, and she lives somewhere out in the western part of outskirts of Columbus, somewhere within 50 minutes away from Columbus. And so I meet her, and I don't know. Be careful. This. If you got a Facebook account, a TikTok account, what they do is like some of these people, and you think like, okay, you friend with somebody. They like your profile. Hey, you just introduce yourself, because I don't want to be telling I'm stuck up or snobby or something like that. So I don't mind talking to people. The thing about it is that what they're doing is that they get you to come over to WhatsApp, and so they get you to come over to WhatsApp, and I don't know, maybe because of WhatsApp and Telegram or these other social websites, they can be some anonymous person, and they probably don't have the track down like Facebook or YouTube or some of these other big social medias where they literally can crack. They on it. If they can help you out and say, hey, this is fraud, hey, this person. But sometimes some fraud does come to Facebook. They do come to Facebook for some reason. There's some good companies that come to Facebook, and there's some bad people that come to Facebook. And so what they do is that they're coming with some job, and it's almost like you got to take a grain with a salt. You got to do your when you're dealing with business or you're meeting with somebody, you have to do your legitimate background. So anyway, in the midst of it, she's sending me pictures, right? She's sending me pictures, like in the case when I showed you in this video. She sent me pictures, and what she would do is, guys, that she would what she would do, guys, she would send me a voice recording. She would get on WhatsApp, have a thing. She would show me a video of, you interacting face to face. So what she would do is she'll send me
She has a child.
a voice recording.
Her child don't live with her. Lives with her mom because she works a lot of hours, and she lives in Florida. And guys, guess what? She's from Ohio. Her family's live in Ohio, where our president from. And what really drew me to her, because I saw this. Excuse the music. Hope we don't get copyright strike. But that what drew me. So I said, of all the people you meet on this app, what are the chances of this happening? So I said, okay, like most people, like, okay, we're just gonna communicate. But ever since we've been writing back and forth, something's been going on, and she's been feeling that her end, I'm feeling that my end. And the story is about her, which is really, I found it was really unusual, but you just never know who you're gonna meet, and who you're gonna ask her and her friend.
So I got this. This is her picture. So every time she was, it's like a totally different person.
And so we've been communicating back and forth for like over a month, and it's been on WhatsApp. And trust me, I checked it out. Trust me, I did my thorough research. I checked. Believe me, it's the same person. It's the same person.
Yeah, I mean the pictures coincide with it, but the thing about it, it was like what it is on it is like a voice recognition, and sometimes I used to wonder why she can't make a video chat. So they have a feature on WhatsApp where you can record your voice. Somehow she's recording. I don't know if it is some kind of voice augmentation, but it sounded like the voice recording was a lot different. I don't know how these people are doing it. It's amazing what technology can do. So this was that the video I did about that, but long story short, it didn't work out. It didn't work out that I thought it would. And she was a deceiver. And it seemed like she was the type of person that she would manipulate a person. That if anybody would got with her, she would be one of these kind of women that would want to control the relationship. If it don't center around her, she would want to control, because I can tell by the chatting, and I'm being rational. And so I came to the conclusion, I said, you know what? I may not be that type of guy that can give you funds whenever you're in an emergency. So I told her finally, maybe it's best that you go and find a guy that can meet to your standards. Because every time it's like this was starting to all of a sudden happen. So she gets offended and she leaves this, oh, you acting immature. Oh, you jump into conclusions. No. And then she started, if you didn't want me, all you gotta do is say you didn't want to help me. She's trying to flip this kind of mindset on me, like it make me feel like I'm being selfish and self-centered. Look, like any other person, whether you're a man or woman, you're gonna be leery about who because first of all, you're not making I can't hear your actual voice. Number one, and it's on a recording. For some reason, there's times that she expect me to keep contacting her, and it was like I was almost get to the point getting separate. I was trying, hey, how you doing, darling? How you doing, sweetheart? I stopped it. I stopped it. I had to catch myself because like I'm falling for the same. Because like I'm giving this person more control of the relationship. Just by being a good-hearted person. Hey, just send some words of encouragement and things like that. But some of these women act very entitled, guys. They are very, oh my goodness, they think that they're good looking, especially these young ones. These real young ones, they got it going on. And I think that they feel like because they're very attractive that they can pull this on men. You know what I'm saying? That they just like you the only man that they gonna keep sucking this mindset to, that you gonna give them money whenever they run in need. You gonna support them and they don't have to do a thing. And that's not how the way and that they don't have to keep the standoff relationship. This is what these women doing, some of these women doing online. So when the man said, do not send them no money. Do not send them no money. Because what they do is they try to, and they just think that, oh, he's got that nice, naive, vulnerable, then she gonna run over me. No, baby. No. You no. And like I said, what got me, I wouldn't respond if I saw the Bible fooled me. I thought that, okay, she's going to church. She's not going to be one of these women out here is running. Oh no. I allowed myself to get emotionally pulled into that. And I wouldn't say I made a mistake, but it was a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned. Do not. This made my mistake will help another young man or man learn from this mistake. So what they doing, man, listen to what I'm telling you. They get you on Facebook or some main platform. They take you off of Facebook and they get you over to a certain site. And for some reason they want you over to another site. Then they want to trade info. So you get them over to another site. You come off of Facebook. You come over to another site. Then they can do whatever they little legality or illegal activity. It's probably men doing this to women too. Women, be careful of men doing this. This is what they're doing, guys. So you thinking that you and all of a sudden they figure how long they're gonna keep baiting you in. They're not making if they don't make no video chat with you, don't rock with them. Do not rock with them. If they within a month they start requesting this, can you send me my cash app? Say you don't have anything, and like I said, I slipped up in the money at that time when I sent her because her tire was flat was $60. And Cash App told me it didn't get to it, so Cash App shut it down. It was like no, Cash App flagged it and say this address don't fill it. So it was nothing I could do. She didn't believe. I said, look, I sent it to Cash App saying it's some security code. So it was a blessing in disguise. So I didn't I saved myself. But this was to let men know, be careful what type of woman you meet off a line. And I I didn't tell my family. My sister gonna probably know this now. And what really made me, so I took some time away, not talked for 3 or 4 days, had to meditate on God, and God started giving you wisdom. I had met people in the past that's on Facebook that lived in countries where the Wi-Fi, their internet connection wasn't that bad, and they would come on camera with me, on video camera with me, to talk with me. Why does one not want to come on camera and talk with me? I would have felt a lot better if I could see who the person I was talking with. Maybe I could see if you were legit. And I said, you work at a company in Florida, and how are you paying your rent? How are you paying your mortgage or your rent? How are you paying your utilities if you don't have a bank account? See, this is what she was doing. So the pictures I showed you in that video, you go back and watch that video. So that's what she would just send me those pictures. And so I made it a grave error, guys. I made another grave error. Not that you can't, like women here, no matter if they're here or in America, be careful who you meet online. And I thought I misjudged it, and I didn't take the time out to really discern her personality, how she interact and react to things. She got upset. She got upset and said, I can't believe, after I didn't cuss her out, guys. I didn't go off on her. I didn't call her out her name. I talked to her like an adult. Say, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. Hey, maybe you can find a guy that can fit, that has that kind of money just to throw away, and just you can be your internet boyfriend or husband. I'm not that type of dude. I don't have it like that. And frankly, there's some men that probably have it like that ain't gonna take that chance, because like anybody can be somebody over the internet, and the technology that they have on some of these apps, they can just, especially with AI now, you could all probably get some kind of feature where you can turn your voice and make this, and it was like the voice was kind of different when you hear in the background, and I'm thinking that, but she kept showing me her picture, and she kept showing me she would take a picture here, she was in the store, or she was at some place in her house taking pictures, and I don't know. This is what she was doing, and so she put a whole bunch of pictures of her. What you should see on the video. This is from her. That was from her TikTok page, and so she's in the club. She's in church now, mind you. So I don't know if that was recently she was in the club, but she post that. And another red flag, guys, that some women are so vain, they got to take 50 million selfies all the freaking time. It's already take a picture if you like out somewhere with family and friends, but when you got to seem like you got to have a camera on you all the freaking time, you're just too vain. I mean, if I go take a video of something, I'll take a video of the scenery. And once in a while, I'll put a picture of myself with me in the background. I mean, some of these women are just vain, man. And so that's another reason why. She just, she told me that her husband divorced because she caught him in the bed with another woman. This was allegedly. What is on her, I don't know what she claimed that he was the kind of man that he had money, and she left him because her best friend was in bed with her husband. She called him home. That's from what she said. So take it with a grain of salt. When it comes to somebody telling you their story, he's like, man, that's messed up. for what your story is, that's messed up. Nobody shouldn't cheat on somebody, you know, and that's horrible to find somebody in your spouse's bedroom. But what I learned from this is that, hey, I know not all women don't do this. There's some good women out there. Not all women that on the internet are con and crafty. There's some women that are really looking for a good man out there. You just gotta find the right person, and just take, and then if it be, let it be. If you run it, if the good Lord have you run into somebody, meet somebody, that's really the best way. To be honest, unless you're able to physically get up and go to another part of the United States, another part of the world, that's the best way. And just, you have to run into somebody, you have to click with somebody. That's the way, because these days everybody's running some kind of con game. It really is. They really, you don't know who to trust no more. And I learned a big lesson from this. I had to take some time off and really, say, I was mad at myself. I'm like, how can you fall for this, James? Dang it, you fell for this stuff again. But it happens. You start going through the motion. Like, you really think that this person, she was doing it so crafty with her poetry in the letters. She's getting me with those poetry letters. I'm telling you how the way the enemy use women. This is what they do. Oh, how are you, my darling man? How are you? As the sky, we will be together as the skies turn blue. I've been just saying some, like, wow, this is some deep stuff. Like, wow, but not paying attention. See, yeah, God, women got some rap for you, boy. They know how to. They know how to swoon them in with their tongue. So be aware, men. Be aware of what women you meet online. And if she can't video chat with you, do your research, do your background check on her. Just like they will tell the women been told, when you find a man, I'm telling the men, because hey, I've been burnt too. So man to man, this is the thing, man to man. Be careful what type of woman. I don't care. And she can say, oh yeah, I'm submissive, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. Let time tell you what this woman really about. What's her motive? And it's really her? Or is she trying to set you? Is she doing this? Or does she got a man, like in the case, like I heard cases like where this one guy was saying how you got these guys would send money to these women down in the Dominican Republic, and they would get these money off this man, and they got their boyfriends sitting right next to them in the corner. Do not send no money to women, whether here in the States, whether somebody states, or whether it's overseas. Don't fall for that. Weigh it out. Don't let someone con you, craft you. Don't let her stand your ground. Stand your ground. And do it modestly. It was some people, because if that was any other man, what she did that to, they would have cussed her behind out and everything. But believe me, but by having the God sense in me, I said, I'm not going to lower myself to that standard. And I just talked to her like an adult. Just say, hey, since it seems like I'm not able to help you, so find some men that be able to be in a position to help you. That's all that I said. Because it seemed like these little scenarios, what you all of a sudden need to come to Ohio, have someone lend you some money, and she said, "Oh, I'll pay you back Thursday." How you gonna pay me back? How you gonna pay me back? How I know you're gonna pay me back? I don't know you're gonna pay me back. And and then my friend, and this was another thing. It's good to have someone outside, relatives or friend, to tell you. Like my one friend, I was telling my one friend about it. He said, James, he said, he said, I'll lend you some money, but he said, send her $40. You can lose $40, but don't send over no $100. At the time, I was telling him about the situation, and he said, she got a good job. What's going on? And I said, well, she saying that she filed bankruptcy. That's why she got on the ground. He says, even when if she still don't, even with bankruptcy, you still can have some kind of account. And then he kind of explained how the way the procedure is at. And I'm sitting down there, I'm thinking about it. I said, yeah, you're right. And my barber told me that, and I didn't tell my barber. I told my barber, the guy that cut my hair. And one thing he said, I ain't telling that I was sending no money or anything. Hey, I met this young lady, like I showed you. He said, bruh, he said, whatever you do, don't send no money. He said, make sure your relationship is 50-50 with her. I ain't said nothing. I ain't said that. My barber is really, he's on it for some reason, and that's why he's married. Both my friends and my barbers, they got wives, but they gave me that wisdom just like that. And so I said, okay. And I didn't tell him that at the time. Before I shut my barber, the guy that cut my hair, that I cashed up to help her for the tire. So yeah, I told a few people, like, maybe this could be the person. You know, she seemed like she's from Ohio, blah blah blah. She's from Ohio, and she seemed like, you know, I thought I checked things out, but I really didn't. My emotions got a hold of me, bro. My emotions got a hold of me. And I didn't use my rationale. I didn't use my rational discernment.
Same person. It's the same person. Because you know how some people like to use people's pictures, right?
And that happened too.
Oh, I can't explain what's going on. I can't explain it. Hello. How you guys doing? James here. Hope you're doing well. You've probably seen this young lady. What I have on my screen here. Wow. What can I say? She's a nice looking young lady. Beautiful woman. And this woman is in the Lord. She's in the Lord. She believes it. She goes to church. Let me start off saying this. And we've been communicating for off and on. And everything's going great. Everything's going fine. And we've been right for about a month.
Yeah, so that was my story, guys. You know, I have to admit, you know, I made a clinical judgment error, and you know, everybody, you know, it happens to the best of us. You know, sometimes the enemy can be very crafty, and maybe, you know, maybe what I was feeling was something else, not other than what. So I learned a very big lesson, and but anyway, don't let that discourage you from meeting somebody. Just do your research, do your background, do your check. I would encourage anybody, learn from my mistakes. Don't, if someone just after a month, they can't at least at some point make, and they, especially if they here in the United States. It's different if someone was over in freaking Philippines, Colombia, somewhere. I can understand that, but someone in the United States, they can make a video chat with you. They really want to meet you. They're really attracted to you. They're interested to know more about you. It really did. It kind of had me. I had to do some self-evaluation. I kicked stuff in the butt, say, darn, I can't believe I let my emotions get like this over some woman that's online. I should have saw the signs. But I did this in the way, made this video, from that video, that I made a mistake, made a clinical error. Don't learn from my mistake. Don't let someone sweet talk you. Don't let somebody. And if you're a man out there, probably don't have a girlfriend. The women ain't checking for you, bro. Just hang in there. There's somebody, and because you know to stand your ground. And if you can see somebody and she's trying to dominate you, control you, and try to make you feel bad, and say, oh, and get so super offended, what she did, that's a sign that something isn't right. And she gets super offended because you ask her something that really, like, hey, tell me more about your family background. What's really going on? I mean, why? What's happened? And then she don't act like she don't have no time. Cut her loose. Cut her loose. Don't, if you're a guy that maybe you're not used to telling women no, or tell them, just cut them loose. Cut them loose. You can't do it. And but hey, it's not gonna stop me from, God got something for me. I got positive. There's someone out there for me. And I know that all women are like this. Race, color, creed. This can happen from any walks of life of women. It don't have to be a specific race, country, origin of women. It can happen to any one of us. So, men, learn this lesson from my mistake. And if I can help a young man or a man period, my age or older or younger, learn from my mistake, we can slip up too. Some women are very crafty at what they do. So make sure you have some discernment with the Lord. Let Him show you. Get God in your life. That's the main thing, because He'll help you out with it, and He'll put men and women around you that kind of give you some insight on what's going on. Just like the women need some insight when they're looking for a man, you have to have some insight, because there's some people, they mean you no good, no earthly good. They're in it for the wrong reasons, and they look like they got their stuff together, and they can look like they could be in tip-top shape, very attractive, whatever, but their personality sucks. They have a bad entitlement personality. I can get anything I want. Why are you coming to me? And then it dawned on me. Said, Jane, look at this attractive women. You mean that no guy didn't holler at her in Florida, all the places? Something isn't right. That was another red flag right there. I know men are probably hollering at this woman, especially the places she's been to. Something isn't right. Something isn't adding up. That's another thing. Because I know men, and even the men that's on her account, I know they probably shot at her, trying to get to know her. There's some men that tried to, and she probably pulled some men like one or two like myself to send her some money, and they didn't fall for it, like I didn't fall for it. But women, they get so much, and what it is, guys, that they get all these men. Ooh, they show a little body, and they in good shape. They got that perfect shape and everything, but they have turned their body into and face into an idol. And so it's like, wow, I got all these men. So therefore, I don't have to work. I gotta do is get him for some money, and get some money off of him. I had a one time. She had the nerve, she showed me her face, and young woman, because they always target us as some of those older guys and think that we just go like, oh my goodness, you got that nice young perky body. Here's $50 to $100. She told me, she don't work, right? So she claims she stayed with her sister, and she said, can you give me your credit card information? know I did. I blocked that shit. What the hell? You gonna ask me for some credit card information? You barely even know me. And she lives somewhere in Ohio, in my state, running some kind of game. And she's a non-black woman too. Not that has anything to do with it, but she's just so entitled because she's young and she got this nicely shaped body. Guys, they no. But what it is that I'm like, well, is that okay? I see attractive women down here in Columbus, Ohio, all the time. What's the big deal? Hey, okay, you're an attractive woman. You go online. You got competition. But I'd rather meet a attractive woman with attractive personality than just a body. And a body that I'm entitled because I'm beautiful, I'm pretty. I don't have to bring that to the table. Chick, you better go on somewhere. Don't you know what time it is? And this is what it is. They don't know what time it is. They still think that they can still use those manipulate patterns. But some of this old heads, we up on it. Like I said, I thank God I didn't get got for a lot of money and go fall 5-6 months to the relationship and thinking that, and she would have kept at me and at me and at me trying to get Senator some money. And while she would sit back and play this voice recognition game on WhatsApp with our conversation. So I thank God for that. I thank God that because she would be, and I had the goals to stand up and just say, hey, I'm backing away from this because hey, I've been down this road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Hey, and it's the same. It turned out it's like I like to talk to meet people online, but I just want to see where you at. And say, and then you testing me. I'm testing you. It's because hey, in just the same way, I bet you someone probably doing this to men to see where they come. When you get burnt a couple times, you ain't so willing to just jump back into the frying pan. Like you see shows like Dr. Phil where somebody been think that they was talking to somebody and they sent hundreds and $50,000 to some, and say, hey, I'm stuck over in Europe or I'm stuck over here in what's part of Africa. The government got me tied up in something like that. What makes you think you're going to do that stuff to something? People are very leery about sending money out to people. And they be like, oh, I understand, I know, no, well then not to ask somebody. They don't know you like that. And, they try their corner smooth, so be careful. Now it's targeted towards men. Men, be careful. If you that type of man that you just a go do because maybe they know that you're not that women not checking for you because maybe you're physically not attractive, you don't have that attractive personality, and these women take advantage of that. Certain men don't have that certain quality that other men would or you just an outright good-hearted, kind man. You could be an older man, a much older man. They take advantage of you, especially these younger women. Some of these younger women do that in the States, especially. But that's what, and they do that probably overseas, but it's more so in the States. They like to target. They like to say that, oh, it's the women over there. No, it's women here doing the same crap. Because I've come across it. They doing the same. These young women doing it over here. He gonna have to. All you need is a sugar daddy. So they want you to make you their sugar daddy, and someone doing so slick now because they see older man that they know that he must got some retirement or some pension. This is what they do with the older men who got little grays in their hair. Yeah, this is what they're doing. So I want to make this to tell men, be careful if they draw you to WhatsApp, Telegram, if you meet somebody off of Facebook, YouTube, any social media, be careful, man. Listen to me, be careful. They manipulate. It's not just women in other foreign countries doing it. It's women here in America is doing this. It's probably women in Canada doing this. In other places doing the same doggone stuff. They feel entitled to manipulate men and to send them money. This is the new hustle. that they doing, and when they don't want to get out there and work and put in that work. And these women are, some of these women are attracted. They don't have to take off their clothes. They can get off their butt and make some money. You know, this way you don't have to sell yourself or dance or strip or sell yourself. You can sell a product. If you're a young, pretty young woman, you got a face. Trust me, I've seen on TikTok and these other social, Instagram, they get 100,000, 500 views just like that. You know, ain't me. I'm really. But when you're a woman, and you're an attractive woman, oh my goodness, and you shouldn't be out here trying to hustle no dude. All you gotta do is show a product, and have a good, halfway decent personality. Men are like that, and other women might even like it. I've seen it, and you see some YouTubers, and TikTokers, and Facebook people, Instagram followers. They got about 10,000 views. You should not be out here trying to run some game on some man. You should not be out here trying to run game on men. You should find a way. You don't have to go out and do that, young lady. You don't have to go out here and run con game on men. If you're a man, if you're a man, there are men. You don't have to do that to a woman. If you got it going on, you ain't got to do. Trust me. If you're a person that appealing to women, very appealing, you got that body, that look, that smile, that women just they gravitate to you. Trust me. If you're an attractive person, they're gonna gravitate to you. It's just a fact. It's just the laws of nature. Just go on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and these other main social. You'll see look how many followers this person got. But and you know that they get paid. And especially if you got a good personality, it's really gonna tap in for you. You know, they're like, yeah, they think he's fine, he's attractive, and he got his person. I just like him, he got his personality. That's just a man. It's the same as with the woman. Man, she fine, she beautiful as heck. Let me see, shoot a shot, get my number from her. Look how many attractive women that is. So why are these women running game on men? This way of making money. All you gotta do is set up an account, a PayPal account, you got it, or a Stripe account, or one of other accounts. So, you know, I just don't understand. What is the manipulation? What did they get off about trying to do this to men? And then you know that you hurt and wound other men. It making for the other woman to get closer to the next man. Thank God I have grace of God over my life. I'll be okay, but some men, they take it hard. They take it really hard when it's happened to them. You know, so I don't want to make this too long, but I just want to let other men what's going on. Man, this is the hustle now, and they're doing it, and now the AI they can disguise their voice, they can show you an actual picture. Excuse me, show you an actual picture, but use a voice. But you make them video record them at some point. If they got internet, if a person over, and I talk with someone in a kid port, and him and his parents over in freaking Pakistan, a small village. If they can get contact through Facebook, they can talk to you. If a guy from Kenya who want face to face, you know how Facebook got that, and you can interact, you can see who you talking to. And I talked to one time a woman that's was trying to hustle me from the Philippines. But even she had, and you tell me you can't interact face to face with me? Nope, don't do it. So at least you know that you're talking to a legitimate person, and you can see that you can make that eye contact, see if they're telling you the truth. So watch it for who you meet online. So I'm going to title this, Men, This Is What Happened to Me, and show my video. And whatever you do, from both men and women, let God show you the discernment. Don't act on your emotions. Let Him wait for bring confirmation that what you're feeling is right. That was my mistake in this video. So I hope this helped out somebody and learn from my mistake. But yes, it didn't work out. And one day, when that time comes right, I'll show you. Whatever person comes through, I'm gonna tell you, I'd have to go through this. So good things is coming. So you stay positive out there, men, guys. She's out there. There's women, good women out there with no entitlement mindset, because they're not self-idolship. There's women out there that really have a heart, that are attractive, that are legit. They're somewhere here in the United States as well as overseas. So that's the message. Take care, be blessed, learn from my mistakes. Young men, you learn from this mistake. Till next time, you be blessed, and see you on the next video. And take care, and good luck with your search.